Well, we all want our children to be able to share and play well with others, but sharing is not as simple as it seems. Here to help us teach our kids about sharing is parenting expert Gail Bell. Isn't that what it's all about, teaching our kids to share?
You're right. It is. It's taking, and I know I say this a lot, but it's taking the time. Remember, they're born with no social skills.
Right.
And sharing would be one of them. So
right. It's a social skill that needs to be learned and taught.
It is. So sometimes I think parents think, oh, I'll just have a play date and we'll bring their friends over and they can, mom and or dad and I or who's ever over, the adults can go and sit and drink coffee and we'll let them play.
Right.
It doesn't really work that way.
No, especially with the younger ages.
Oh, before 3, developmentally, they are, any educational psychologist will tell you, they are, or developmental psychologists, they are, it's parallel play.
Okay,
so literally they play
side
by side.
Yeah.
And then by about age 3, when they often go to preschool, that's when they're ready to start to learn developmentally. That's when the brain's ready to learn some of those sharing skills. But before that, we don't do anything.
Right.
So you need to take the time to play with your child in the home.
So practice it at home is what you're saying.
Practice at the dinner table, you know, or you know, would you like to use my crayon? You know, so you've got to be modeling that ongoing. If you expect your children to learn that skill, it is a skill.
Right.
It is a social skill.
And then those play dates are a wonderful opportunity, really, to teach them, aren't they? I mean, and especially if they've got certain toys that they are really into right now. Sometimes they don't want to share those toys.
No, and I believe strongly that children should not have to share anything. So again, set them up for success before that play date happens. Say, you know, Emily's coming over to play.
Right.
The expectation in our home is that you will share some things with her. What do you not want to share? So, for example, their favorite stuffy or something that's really important to them, I don't think they should have to share. So put it away before the play date starts. And then with the play date, especially when they're younger, a parent needs to be present. So play dates actually, sometimes I think we think, oh, perfect.
Right.
2 hours of free time for me.
No. Not until they're older. I'm noticing that now that my kids are 7 and 9, but not before that.
Right, not before that.
Right.
So play dates actually can be a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, you know, it's great when they can go out, and so at certain ages like 7, 8, 9, they need to start figuring out these social things by themselves.
Right.
And if there is a big blow up, you know, you want to solve it in the moment because you want everybody to be calm and you want that child to go home happy or whatever, but it's really not the time to solve it. You can model for your child what they could have said and then, you know, put it on your little notepad or in your mind agenda that we need to talk about that at our family meeting. We need to talk about why we share, when we need to share, and when we don't need to share.
Are there special rules when it comes to food? Because I know, too, that when it comes to snack time, and then they're sitting around, and then, you know, some of the kids are, like, picking food off your and that, I didn't like that.
No, I have to agree with you. I don't think it's appropriate. Some schools will have very strict rules about sharing, and we need to respect those rules.
Okay.
And we need to make sure our children know those rules. Other times, you know, whether it's, you know, maybe you're gone for a picnic or something, and you have a cookie and a child says to your child, may I have some of your cookie?
Right.
Well, I think there's a time and a place, and I feel very strongly about this, when a child can say no.
Right.
No is a complete answer, and children need to learn to hear no. So if a child freaks out about that, or as I have heard, sometimes parents are freaking out of
they're thinking they're not well-mannered when they say no.
They're not well-mannered when they say no. But no is a complete answer, is how you say it. And other kids need to hear that sometimes no. Like, you don't always get what you want. So again, my child's having a hard time hearing no. I better make sure sometimes we're saying no.
That we do some teaching around that.
So if you're having a cookie with your child and they say, oh, I'm done my cookie, can I have some of yours? It's quite easy to do this, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Versus, actually, no. You've had your cookie and I'm enjoying mine.
Right. Is no thank you a little bit easier, or is no good enough?
I think no is fine.
Okay.
It's the tone and the way you do it.
Right,
so there's a lot of teaching around sharing.
We have to teach the kids how to say no without being upsetting to other kids.
Right.
Wonderful. So lots of teaching to be had around sharing.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Gail.
You're welcome.
We have to be engaged with our kids all the time.